Hello, it's Saturday again. Welcome to Derek's. I'm Mike.
And I'm Derek.
And this week we are going to be talking a little bit of politics. So you might want to just shut it off right now.
Run! Run!
Run for your lives! So, Mike Huckabee said on Thursday that if he was elected president, that he would have God's blessing to fight the secular theocracy that has been imposed by atheists. First of all, if this guy thinks God's talking to him, he's fucking crazy. Just out of the gate. Two, a secular theocracy. Those are two words that don't go together because they're complete fucking opposites. Just to make absolutely sure, I went to dictionary.com and made absolutely certain that the words I knew couldn't have been, kind of like weirdly cross-translated in Mike Huckabee's head to come out as the opposite of what they are.
At least not in a way that would make sense to other people.
Secular is non-religious. Theocracy is a religious ruling class. It is if a church runs your country, that's a theocracy. Now, the extra special irony is that so he says that the irony of this, he says he's considering a 2016 presidential bid because the country needs to become a God-centered nation that understands that our laws do not come from man, they come from God. That's a theocracy. He's declaring he's going to wipe out this imaginary theocracy in order to put in an actual theocracy. Don't fucking vote for this guy. Ever. I want him to run for president because it's going to be hilarious.
I'm not even kidding. Skits will abound.
Yes, but don't fucking vote for him. He's either crazy or stupid.
Or a little bit of both.
Or just an asshole. He's probably just an asshole. But, dear sweet fuck, don't be that stupid. If America, I want you to pledge right now on the flag, on your God, on your indivisible right to eat roadkill. Promise me that if you think about voting for Mike Huckabee, you will take out your favorite gun from your Easy Rider rifle rack and you will suck start that motherfucker. Because you're done. You have no more use on this planet. You tried, and we appreciate that. But just promise me you'll take yourself out for the good of mankind. Thank you.
Very, very Lewis Black of you.
But I guess that's the basics that I had to say about that.
Yeah.
There's also like Hillary being just utterly wackadoo, but when is she not?
Yeah.
But apparently she recently got so wackadoo, the Democratic National Convention thanked her. So.
Hillary or Sarah Palin?
Sarah Palin. Did I say Hillary?
You said Hillary.
Okay, I'm going to cut that shit out. Although, on to Hillary, I don't know if she could. I should stop talking because
have another drink.
Starting to sound like a fucking prepubescent boy just getting a change.
Yeah, Sarah Palin would be another one who'd be funny to watch run.
Yeah,
Hillary would be interesting to watch run.
I think Hillary's
She ran the last time up, of course, and almost got.
Almost. Here's the thing with Hillary, though. I don't think she should run. I think the Democrats should pull a big fat fucking switcheroo, because the Republicans have been loudly, publicly bitching and decrying Hillary Clinton for years now.
Mm-hmm.
And they ride her ass as hard as they ride Obama's. Mm-hmm. And they ride Obama like he's a fucking midnight cowboy, son. So I don't think Hillary should run. I think she should call it a good run and be done with it and
maybe get in for vice pres?
Sure, maybe.
Maybe
I could,
maybe ride a coattail.
yeah. Fucking, I'm not going to remember her goddamn name. Elizabeth Warren.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they should pull the fucking Trump card and play Elizabeth Warren. Because that woman is smart. She's sensible. She's got her finger on the pulse of, common people. I think Elizabeth Warren would make a great president, and it would really fuck the Republicans because they're not expecting it.
Yeah.
They
haven't ripped on her.
Yeah, no, they haven't. But they should have been. They should have been going after her just as hard as Hillary, because honestly, I think she's got a much better rep. I think she's a lot more agreeable at this point to the American people than Hillary. Nothing against Hillary, but the GOP has been just publicly trying to kick her ass for a long time.
Well, they've been nailing on her for like the Benghazi shit.
Right. Yeah. No matter how many times she gets exonerated for, they
let
still
her husband get his dick sucked all the time.
Yeah. She's a good politician, a smart lady, and a quality person to be in a leadership role, but her shine has just been tarnished too much at this point.
She's had too many dents.
Yeah, but I think, if they did run Warren for president, they probably wouldn't run Hillary because they're going to want a different minority group to draw in with.
Yeah.
I don't know if America would take two women. Personally, I think they should. I think that they would be a great tag team.
At least be open to it.
Yeah. But no, I think Warren and Clinton would be a great team. I really do, because, they're both go-getters.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to be fucking around in that White House. But, I'm not sure if the traditional political mindset would be into doing that.
It's hard enough to get somebody to look at a woman as president, much less a woman as president and a woman as vice president.
Right. Which is a dumb ass backward fucking ideology.
This is America, so as much as we talk about equality and open-mindedness, we are really one of the largest groups of closed-minded, unequal people.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got great theory, terrible execution.
Yes.
Who else is running? Is Romney running?
I heard he was talking about it.
I'd vote for Huckabee first.
And then of course our own illustrious governor.
Yes,
Governor Fuckhead himself, Scott fucking Walker. My God, the shit that I just hate about this guy. Again, promise me, America, because this guy in his re-election bid lied to all of us, said he had a budget surplus. And then, 2 weeks after he got reelected? Well, maybe we've got like a $2.7 billion deficit. Possibly. Yeah, the numbers might have gotten fudged a little bit.
But he's always fudged. Since he got elected the first time, he's been fudging numbers. Every time a government committee has come up and said, these are the numbers, he's gone, wait. We ran the numbers ourselves, and we like these numbers better. Yes, that's been his modus operandi. Since day one, he's constantly lied and fudged numbers and made up numbers and made up statistics. And yet
at least 53% of the state of Wisconsin are dumb motherfuckers.
Well, they like to listen to little pamphlets of paper and
just honey lies.
Yeah.
And he's, oh my God, it's this midterm election sweep of Republicans is probably going to be the worst thing for this country in the last 30 years. Because he's already talking about drug testing, welfare and unemployment recipients, and pretty much anybody who's in trouble and needs some help, they're bad people, and we're going to treat them like fucking criminals. So he wants to drug test all of them, despite the fact that the drug testing program has been tried in other states and failed. Roughly 2% of people that try to get state assistance test positive for drugs.
And the other ones buy fake urine.
Well, fake urine study kits. I mean, if you know you're going in for it, there are ways to get around.
I'm just kidding. I know they don't buy fake. They don't all buy fake urine. Just the other 4% that.
Well, right, but what they're doing is they're wasting shit tons of taxpayer money to conduct these fucking tests, and
just to try and save taxpayer money.
Yeah, and it's a complete load of horse shit. I mean, they're wasting time, they're wasting money, and they're treating people that are already in bad situations like criminals.
Mm-hmm.
And that disgusts me. I'm not going to say that there aren't people that try to cheat the system. There are people, but it's a very small percentage of people that are on these programs that actually try to cheat the government.
Right.
And then, you know, you're taking food out of children's mouths. I mean, you're literally robbing people that need help. And unemployment really annoys me because that's not even taxpayer money.
Right.
That's not even the government's money. They act like it's a handout, but it's not. That's money that has been purposely put aside by your employer to make sure that you're going to be okay in the event that you lose your job for a legitimate reason. You worked for that money. You earned that money. But because the doling out of the money is a government program, they think that they can hold the purse strings, and they think that they can treat people like it's a handout, even though it's not.
Yeah. It's not really set aside by your employer. The way unemployment works is it's kind of like an insurance program where every employer is required to make payments to an unemployment facility.
Yeah.
And then when somebody's unemployment goes through for that employer's payments go up per employee.
Well, the point is, you earned it.
Right.
You worked for that insurance, and you earned that insurance. The government shouldn't have any right to take it away from you. Additionally, I don't know if you know this, but the unemployment system in Wisconsin has a waiting week where they take your first week of unemployment away from you. And I'm not sure where they put it or what they do with it. But again, you earned that money. What fucking right do they have to take it away from you? Other than we're the government and we do what we want.
Yeah.
You know, what is that money paying for? Whose pocket is that going?
Well, if it's anything like the welfare system, so if it's anything like the
Social
Security system, they're just using it for other things that they're not collecting enough taxes for because they refuse to raise taxes on the wealthy.
Also, apparently, Walker has proposed the idea that in order to be a teacher in Wisconsin, if he passes his legislation, you don't need to have a college education. That if some group, and they haven't really specified what this group of people would be or what their qualifications would be, but if they feel like you've had enough life experience to be the equivalent of a master's degree, that you can be an educator. And I take umbrage with a fucking college dropout thinking he has the authority to decide what the education system should be made up of. Are they purposely trying to make stupid children?
I think they're just trying to make cheap education.
I'm trying to push out the teachers' unions.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
You know, or possibly Act 10 made enough good teachers leave the state.
Well, these guys don't value education. And by these guys, I mean the right-wing conservatives don't value education because it costs people money. And they feel like people should be responsible for paying for that education themselves instead of having a social program that pays for education. And because there's a social program for it, they don't feel it's valuable. Where they're wrong is
once you're educated, you have to pay that back.
Right. Well, not even that. I mean, I wouldn't even, if it was up to me, no school would ever cost money. You'd be educated all the way through
in a perfect world, because an educated citizenry makes for a strong country. Absolutely.
You decide what areas you want to study. You go through and you get what you need to get where you want to go.
And I would say, to be fair, like after you get that education and you get into your career field, I tag a little bit on your taxes every year to help put in for future people.
The people who have gone through these programs are going to make more money.
Right.
And if you take their taxes, you take base taxes on income, they will be paying back that money. Their further education will get paid back based on the fact that they will be making more money because they got further educated. There's no reason. There's things that in this country that should not, in a country this wealthy, that should not be left up to whether or not you are wealthy enough to afford it. That's food, housing, health, and education. Those four things. If we actually created social programs that took care of those four things, this country would benefit so much from the fact that we had healthy, educated, intelligent citizens. And the problem is that you have a lot of wealthy people that would create less barrier between the wealthy and the not wealthy. And you have a lot of wealthy people here who do not think that, they don't understand that giving up some of their wealth is going to increase their wealth. Maybe not. They
might understand. They may just not give a fuck.
Maybe not financially, but their finances will be worth more in a society where the society functions than it is in a society where the society doesn't function. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And they don't seem to comprehend that. There are some that do, but as a massive whole, they don't seem to understand that, and that's why they're putting so much of their hard-earned money into making sure that other people don't get that money.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm with you, you communist hippie bastard.
Look, capitalism's important.
Yes.
Social programs are important.
Yes. I was kidding when I called you.
It's not a matter of whether or not, if you take either of those two situations and take them to an extreme, shit don't work. It's a matter of finding a proper balance between social programs and capitalist programs where they function together. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of finding a balance between
okay, you were on a really good roll there.
I know. I ran out. No, I had something else, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, between fair market and free market. It's about finding a balance between those two things that's going to create growth.
Yeah.
You know, if you take these ideologies and you separate them, they don't work. But if you work together with them, they'll create an amalgamous, and we're getting back to the Marvel comics here, the amalgamous universe that will work together with less conflict.
Yeah, right.
And it creates a healthier society.
Thank you for listening to our crazy political screed. If you hate us, you can come over to Derek's house and light it on fire, I guess. Oh, seriously? You wouldn't take the fucking insurance money?
Oh,
for
I
this
would
place
take the insurance
and
money.
run like a motherfucker.
I just build a smaller version of the house.
Yeah.
a much more
Affordable
version of the house.
Yes. So anyway, we'll see you next week.
I'll pay off the car. Pay off the car and use the rest to build the house.
Right.